Welcome back. We've got one more race to cover. And during the break, this guy here said, this is my best bet of the day. I was hoping for value, I was hoping for a big price one. No, it's the favourite.
Yeah, well,
why?
Well, I think he'll win. I think he's very, very well handicapped.
Are you taking that piece of form with Peace & Co, literally?
No,
it was run at a steady pace.
No. This horse was actually too well handicapped to get in at Cheltenham last week. He was too low the weights. That's how, I think 3 solid runs, as you said, it was behind Peace & Co. He was only just touched up by that Zareb, who finished, I think, 6th in the Fred Winter last week.
I mean, it's balloted out the Fred Winter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, I mean, why isn't it sort of got a high handicap mark? You think it's been very leniently treated then?
Well, he's had 3 runs. He still hasn't won a race, so he's not going to be on a stupid mark. But 3 real solid runs. He was a very good flat horse. He was rated in the mid-80s on the flat. He was quite good. Yeah. Obviously, Andrew Balding kept Oldham as well. I think the jockey gets a lot of...
Bivouac, I mean, I don't...
Yeah, that's, as you said, that's been disappointing since. But, his last run, he was beaten ahead by Zareb. Zareb's gone and flanked the form, beaten 5 lengths in the Fred Winter. Peace & Co. I think he's getting plenty of weight, too much weight off Golden Doyen's the strongest form in the race. He's got a line through most of them in the Triumph Hurdle, but 10-8 with Sam Whaley, Colin Claim at 3. He's got it all to do.
So if he had a big wedge of money tonight,
he'd be my bet of the day, yeah.
Would it be yours?
Doubt, yeah.
No, it wouldn't. Mine would probably be Golden Doyen, actually.
Right, OK.
I know he's going to have to give a weight to all of them, and that is going to be difficult. But if you look on the official ratings, he's rated 141. The next one is 129. It's a huge difference in the ratings that really his class should show through. I mean, if you look at the form, he's beaten Hargam, he was behind Top Notch, he was beaten ahead by Karazak. The form is, he brings the best form into this race. He fell in the Fred Winter. If he's none the worse for that, then he's got a great chance here.
Would it concern you that a horse fell only 2 weeks ago?
I'd have to, yeah.
It does a little bit, but the fact that he's been bought out quite soon after that suggests that he's fine, and I would trust that the trainer would say that he wouldn't run him if there was a problem with him.
I just think he's had a lot of races. He's had, look at the rest of them. He's only had a handful, 2 or 3 races.
But you can look at it both ways and go, well, he's got the best class.
He's got more experience and stuff.
Is the exposed one better than the ones that can show potential?
He is going to be vulnerable to horses off a level weight who are less exposed than him. But I look at his form and I look at the rating and I think I just can't look past him, and he's a huge price. I think
he's definitely
back to this morning about 9 to 1.
Yeah,
that just seems
price.
huge.
Little Rockefeller was behind Devonman, who won it at Cheltenham. Step up in trip as well. By Heart's been better ground will suit. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say I think the longer trip will suit definitely.
Yeah.
Placed in all 3 starts. He's got a solid chance. Yeah.
And it's very hard to equate, isn't it, when they go into handicap, especially juveniles, how good they're going to be, or it must be very difficult for the handicapper. But it's, also, as you mentioned about the flat form going into jumping, again, that's hard to equate because they're sort of generally say, well, add 40, 45 pounds to it, don't they?
Yeah.
But sometimes you can have slightly more. It doesn't, does it? Because some horses just don't take to hurdles.
Some horses are real, like Catch It was rated 47 on the flat, wins the champion hurdle. Flip side of that, a horse Nicky Richard had a long time ago, it was rated 100 and stupid, and he couldn't win a race. I think it won 1 maiden hurdle and then he finished. Well,
let's get the prices up for this Newbury 345, which are slightly obscured. I can see them. You're slightly obscured. We've got 2 to 1. Storm Force 10. Little Rockefeller, Golden Doyen, as you mentioned. Alzimo, who couldn't win on the flat, hasn't even won over hurdles, is 8 to 1. To me, that's a ridiculous price. But is there anything else in there that we should look at, or do you think it's literally a 2-3 horse race?
I think Norse Legend's quite interesting. Back up in trip, and it's been switched to front running. Under McCoy, could be something there, I think. So
that's one that was absolutely useless on the flat. It couldn't.
Yeah. Is that you kind of contradict? Well, by what we've just said.
But exactly. Yeah, you literally don't know. You need to see it. And it's run all right in this.
I'd be interesting to see how he runs.
So it's sort of proven ability against potential ability today, isn't it? And would you like, for example, if Golden Doyen does come out and win this race, do you, with Stormforce 10 and Little Rockefeller, do you give them a future, or do you think, well, they're not as good as, maybe they're not as good as we thought they would be?
I'd definitely give them a future. If Golden Doyen comes out and wins this, Anything who's within maybe 5 lengths of him, I think it's got a really good future ahead of them, because if you look at Golden Doyen's form, he's quite a top horse.
Yeah.
So anything that gets close to him is going to go on to have a good future and will win races.
And if anything beats that one, then
yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
Okay, selection.
Oh, Stormforce 10, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a difficult race.
He'll take you. It'll be very hard to beat.
Be Golden Doyen.
Be Golden Doyen. Well, it'd be Golden Doyen for me as well in this race. I can't take 2 to 1 about horses in a race like this, which is a juvenile race, just based on finishing behind.
No, I agree. It's short before the race, but if he goes and wins 10
I mean, 5 to 6 to 1, I go, oh, let's have a bit of that. But a 2 to 1, and how many runners are in here? 12 runners. Yeah. It does sort of lack of depth in the race. I grant you.
These really well handicapped horses, which I think this lad is, you're never going to get a big. You know, it's not a secret that it's all there for everyone to see. And
yeah.
You know, I agree. It's short price, 2 to 1, but I mean, he's going to win. He's going to win.
It depends if the handicapper's got it right or he's got it wrong. And we're going to find out today. So.
No, he's definitely give him a chance to win it. If he doesn't
win
or go close today,
yeah.
I'd be worried, because I just think he'll.
Okay. Well, we're not going to change your mind. That's for sure.
No.
Right. Okay. Let's go over to Kiri. Twitter corner. We've got people entering now. Jumper double. I've made it slightly easier today, because originally I was going to pick the 2 hardest races of the day, the Newbury 2 o'clock and 2:35, and I made a complete Horlicks of it and put up the 3:10. So a lot of people are going for Financial Climate. If that wins today, I'm ruined. Back over to Kiri.
Yeah, Financial Climate is pretty much the general one that everybody has put their money down on today. But just having a look at this 3:45, pretty much in agreement with you out there in Twitter. Storm Force 10, Craig Kirkins, Larry Liquid, Tyson. A lot of you putting your money on that for your Nifty 50. And Golden Doyen, Paul Wright and Stevie Power and Sim. There is no other money been put down in Twitter Corner on any of the other horses in that race. So those are your 2 picks. If you want our Twitter Corner must-haves, then it's going to be Golden Doyen or Storm Force 10. But thank you so much for joining in on the competitions. Of course, the Nifty 50. You need to pick 4 winners from any 4 of the Channel 4 races and tweet us with the hashtag Nifty50 at Bet Racing Nation. And as Pete just said, we did have a little minefield for a moment, but it is the 3:10 and the 2:35 at Newbury for the jumper double, and you need to pick your 2 winners from there. And as we've said, Financial Climate is looking very popular, so is Handy Andy. And thank you so much, Andrew, Norm, Barry Grant and Melissa. Yes, we've got your picks as well. Sim, Conrad Clancy. His jumper double is No Duffer, which again is quite popular. Kira Kins has been very active on the Twitter, so thank you so much for your tweets, and Bernie Kirkland as well. So keep joining us. Your entries will still count.
Okay, well, fantastic. We've got our selections coming. Don't forget, after this show, we've got Tip TV, who have the best football bets of the day as well. That's worth tuning into. If you want to bet on the football as well this afternoon, that comes up a little bit after. We are coming to the end of our show. So what I'm going to do is we've got our selections now going to go up. So I'm going to start off with Harriet. Unfortunately, we didn't get your table up. We'll come to you in a second. But Harriet, your selections will come up on the screen. Harriet, your selections are up there. Explain why, if you can. Starting with Spooky Dookie. Spooky
Dookie, as I said before, I was really impressed with him last time out. I think even against some of the other horses in the race, the extra 2 furlongs is going to help, and he clearly had more in the tank last time. I think he's going to win again.
Okay. The 2 o'clock, we got Carrick-Morna King.
Yeah, I think after a good 4th in a valuable race at Cheltenham in December, been kept off, waiting for the better ground. It's quite a big price. I think it's a really good each-way chance.
And again, it doesn't put you off the fact that Richard Johnson's not riding. You still like
No, it doesn't. I'm still
Do you while you keep your selections up? I know Melissa tends to, for example, pick something like Carrick-Morna King, right? If it doesn't place, do you keep that one on your side until it wins, or do you go, no, I'm not going to keep one on my side?
Yes, I will keep him on my side, definitely.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's some horses that I will. There's other horses I'll back and I'll see. We'll see. If it really disappoints me, I just throw it in the bin.
Right. So once you put it in the tracker, or you've sort of got an admiration for a horse, you'll stick with it until.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
There would have been something there for me to put it in the track in the first place, and I'd almost be waiting for that to happen.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the 3rd one. This is Newbury 2:35. This is actually the non-runner, isn't it?
Yes.
So we won't move on to that one.
No.
But you do like Mark's selection there as an alternative.
Yeah, 22's taken. I'd probably side with that one.
Okay. Newbury 345, Golden Doyen, which we just spoke about. Just for people just joining us, why Golden Doyen?
It clearly brings the best form into the race. It's rated way higher than any of the other horses in here. If he's all fine from his fall in the Fred Winter, then I think he should win this.
Okay, 11 stone 12. It's interesting that the jockey that is riding your one earlier is not riding Golden Doyen. So they obviously think that Richard Johnson, they can win it with top weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay, they are Hattie's selections. Mark, I'm so sorry, but we haven't got the graphic up. But just let's go through your selection, starting with the first one that you've got there.
Yeah, Newbury 235, 22's taken.
For the reasons you gave, but just a little bit more detail about that.
Yeah, first run the handicap, I think she's still very much unexposed. She could be anything. I think this is a typical, as I said, David Pipe sort of plot that she could go on to better things. I think she could take the beating in the mares race.
Next one?
345 at Newbury in the juvenile, Stormforce 10.
Who's your bank of the day?
Yeah, strong fancy a man. I think it's real 3 solid hurdle runs already. Beaten just behind Zareb, which ran a cracker in the Fred Winter. Getting loads of weight off Golden Doyen. I think that's enough for me. I think that takes the beating today.
Okay. Third one?
Kelso 250 Milan's bar. Take a chance on him to defy top weight. He's got, I think, the strongest form in the race. He was third in the Grade 2 at Haydock behind closing ceremonies. For that reason, I think he's the best horse in the race. Good jockey, trainer. Step up in triple suit. I'll take a chance on him, 8-1. And finally, 325, another, I like this, Oscar Rock. Loads of early promise. He was a good novice hurdler. They thought the world of him. He lost his way slightly. He's, I think, Blinker's first time the last day. Over fences, I think he's hopefully recaptured a bit of that early promise, and I think he'll back up his win at Newcastle. So.
All right, well, maybe you'll be the one that gets 4 out of 4.
Yeah, we'll give it a go anyway, I hope so.
Right, okay, well, fantastic. That's Mark with his selections. My selections, I always get to the point where I forget what my selections are, so when they come up on the screen, which is great, it helps me to find them. Newbury 2 o'clock, O'Manile, for the reasons I gave early on, I think this horse, even though it's gone up £15, is vastly improved. Up against some experienced horses in this race, so it's not going to be taken for granted. But the way it won last time, the jockey there didn't move a muscle, and will have to do today. But I still think there's a lot in the tank. Newbury 235. This is a very tricky Mayor's National Hunt Novices Hurdle finale. But I was taken, by the way, Hannah's Princess won last time at Doncaster. I think the step up in trip will certainly suit. The weight in this will also be a benefit as well, because it's near the bottom of the handicap. So for me, I think Hannah's Princess will go close in this race. Newbury 310, this is the most trickiest race, I think, on the day, really, the televised ones, in as much that you can put a pin through all of them. And it's not a great race, but I just have a hunch that because Sinbin has been off for a couple of months, I guess something has been done. And we'll find out today if that works the oracle, because I do think there is a little bit of potential there, and I do think with a horse so lowly handicapped, if you like, it's surprising that Paul Nicholls would have kept Sinbin, who hasn't shown anything for a couple of years and actually hasn't won since April 2012. Fontwell 305, I've gone for Full Fact, and the reason for that is, as I said earlier on, the horse valuation was very, very high, and they expected a lot more, and it might just be he can get back on track today. I mean, the race is worth about 3,000. I think the horse was bought for 100 or 1,000, so they do expect much more from Full Fact, and I think around about 7-8-1, it's certainly the value in that race. So they're my selections for today, and hopefully we can get 1 or 2 winners, because they're all priced around about 6-1 to 10-1, all 4 of them. Okay, well, that's almost it. I think for the last time, what we'll do is we'll go over to Kiri in Twitter Corner. Is there any last-minute takers on those nifty 50s or those jumper doubles?
There's always last-minute takers, and of course, good luck to all of you that have entered. Now, what Pete's talking about for the Nifty 50, if you've just joined us, is that the chance to win £50. You need to use that hashtag Nifty 50. Tweet us at Bet Racing Nation your 4 wins from any of the Channel 4 races. You need to pick your winners now and see how you do. And of course, jumper double, it is the 310 and 235 at Newbury. Thanks so much for everybody coming in. Craig Osborne, Phil Perks. We've also got Andrew Norham, and we've Sim Con Conrad Clancy, you've been keeping us company in Twitter Corner today. Larry Liquid, Bernie Kirkland, Aaron, Zane and Bib, you've all been fantastic on Twitter, and we hope that your wins come in today. But until next time, I will certainly see you then.
Fantastic, and thank you very much indeed for you tweeting those competitions. Obviously, it's all about getting you involved, having something different and getting everyone involved in racing, because everyone's got a passion for it, and everyone has an opinion, and we'd like to think that those opinions are given out live on the show. Harriet, thank you much indeed. Really appreciated your input today, and I hope that we've found one or two winners for people at home. Mark, thank you very much indeed.
Thank
you. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've picked a winners, but the Stormfall's 10, come on.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. We can look back because this will go on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll see then.
So, that's it. Right, OK, thank you too to Kiri in Twitter Corner. That is it. We're back on Tuesday. We've got Valuators Class Act back. We'll see you then on Tuesday. Bye-bye.